Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy. Today I'm here in the beautiful city of Sokcho, Korea. And today I'm gonna try two different buffet restaurants here. One of them is a $5 buffet that's kind of a local restaurant. And the other one is a $60 buffet that's in a resort hotel. I'll tell you guys what I think at the end, but I wanna start with the more affordable one. In fact, it's right here. It's called Halmeoni 한식 뷔페, which means Grandma's Korean buffet. What are you guys waiting for? Let's go have some. This restaurant opens at 6 in the morning, so if you're an early bird, like I'm not, this can be where you get your breakfast too.
I'm already happy to see how clean it is, and the food looks really awesome too.
Oh my god, it does not make sense how good the food is. Mind you, the restaurant is less than $5, and that's with tax too. No tips. This is Korea.
Let's quickly take a look at what they have so that I know which ones to go for.
Oh, rice with some black rice. I believe that's some kind of a tofu stew.
Surprisingly for their price, they had a lot of protein, like the sweet and sour pork and some fish cakes. And yes, they also have kimchi and other side dishes that are very nicely made. Bean sprouts, and these things that look like grass, they're called namul, which refers to edible mountain herbs in general. I don't know what kind of namul these are though. And these are called 계란 장조림, which means soy sauce braised eggs, some very spicy looking chili peppers, cucumber, some garlics, and these are seaweeds. And this is probably going to be my favorite here. It's marinated pork.
제육볶음, so much protein, dude.
I was already very happy with what I was seeing, but they even had noodles and some desserts like these fruits and some Western influence like bread with strawberry jam.
That's so awesome.
Their selection looks solid. Let's not waste another second and try the food.
Oh, I love the fact that they have big fat plates.
Every Korean meal must start with some rice. Everything else is just side dishes. I've been to other affordable buffet in Korea before, but in all honesty, I don't think I've been to one that looks more appealing than this place.
Chili pepper. I wonder how spicy these are. I'm just gonna take one, just in case. Oh, doesn't this look awesome? Wow, that's amazing. There's a little bit more food. I'm gonna come back for more. I'm gonna start with this first. My friend here next to me is extremely satisfied with the food. All right, let's start trying some of that food. I'm gonna start with the kimchi. That's good, honest kimchi. Would go perfectly with any Korean food.
At this point, it was very evident that there's gonna be nothing to dislike about the place. Like, the food here is awesome and they don't cheap out on the ingredients. I just didn't see how it's surviving as a business.
This is 마늘장아찌, pickled garlic. But Jimmy, eating so much garlic, you're gonna have a bad breath. How are you gonna kiss someone like that? I feel like it's us Koreans' way of testing our love. You know how all these Korean food, everything is chili pepper and garlic? If that makes you not want to kiss a person, that might not be true love. Maybe that love isn't K-drama worthy. Let me try their 제육볶음 as well. I'm very surprised that they have 제육볶음 because I think this is by far the most affordable buffet that I've seen in Korea in recent years. And they have pork? That's insane. And they're not even blobby crappy meat. This is like really good meat too. 진심 괜찮은 음식이다 이거는. 그치? Their plant-based banchan is really great too. It's so clean and carefully made. Wow.
I just love the fact that they made all these banchan the way they're supposed to be like. There's no ingredient missing, over-added spices, or artificial flavors. Just like the restaurant's name, it felt like a Korean grandma made it in the kitchen.
These are like legitimately well-made Korean food. This is crazy. They might have an army of Korean grandmas working in the kitchen back there. Very, very impressed with their food so far. And they have that chili pepper too. There's a touch of sweetness to it, kind of like jalapeno. That wasn't too spicy. Didn't really know what that was. I think that's their Korean style pickled chili pepper. It was really sour on the inside. Back when I was in the military, like the Korean military, they had a very similar style of food to this, except their quality was terrible. Man, if they had food like this in the Korean military, I might have become a 5-star general by now. Can you imagine? General Jimmy?
Well, I was clinically depressed during the military days, so maybe it turned out well that I didn't stay.
This is legitimately one of the best Korean foods that I've had recently. This is really great quality. You know what I want to have this time? Over here they have rice noodles. Get one here. Get another bowl of rice noodles here.
After you get the noodles, you can serve yourself some of this 콩국물, which is ice cold soybean soup.
And they have a chilled kimchi soup. Now let me start with this 콩국수, which means bean noodles.
So 콩국물, the white soup, it's blended soybeans that are filtered.
And us Koreans, we like to chill it and add noodles to it, and that makes 콩국수. It's like a good Korean summer food, and this is a good one too. My God, that's good 콩국수. I guess you could say the soup is kind of like unsweetened soy milk. When it's good, I really love it. I just became more proud of my country now. This has the same noodles, but with kimchi soup. Some Korean barbecue with this would be unbelievable. Now I feel so guilty for having too much food. I'm just gonna reuse my plate because it's clean enough and I don't want to give them more work. You know what's really crazy? They got desserts here. Some mandarins and some good American bread with lots of jam. Jam just leaking out of the crack. Strawberry jam. I didn't want to take too much of their food, but I just couldn't help getting more of that 제육볶음. I mean, this restaurant's really taking care of you, man. They even got desserts, something sweet to end your meal with. I love the fact that they already have the strawberry jam. Oh, man, the American inside of me, he appreciates it. Good mandarin. Man, this restaurant is pretty unbelievable. So when you're done with the food, like I am, 잘 먹었습니다. Oh, so I'm done with the food. That was an unbelievable meal. I loved it. 안녕히 계세요. That might have been the best $5 spent in Korea for me. I'm honestly not sure how they're making their money, but you guys should come here too, just to try it out. Okay then, if that's $5, how good is the $60 one? Now I'm gonna have to find out. Okay, I'm here in Seoul Beach Resort. To be precise, this isn't Sokcho, it's about 20-minute drive, but this is the best buffet that I found nearby. The ones that I found within Sokcho, they didn't look very good, and I'd rather show you guys something that is worth visiting. And they have a 79,000 won buffet, which is just around $60 compared to the one that I've been to earlier. This is a luxury. So let's go see how good it is. Romantic as boy.
The place sure looks fancy, but sometimes fancy places have terrible food. I hope this isn't one of those. Looking at the food though, I don't think I need to worry about that. It's not the very best food that I've seen in the buffet, but my first impression was that their food is decent at the very least.
Whoa, I love onion rings. Shrimp tempura too. I like how they simplified the choices. Sprite and Coke. Pretty good number of good Korean side dishes. Some good banchan. These are some okay looking sushi.
I mean, the really expensive buffets are way over $100 in Korea. And unless it's one of those places, I think it's natural to see sushi and desserts that are just okay.
They got some salads here. I'm probably not gonna go for any of these, but just showing it to you guys. What the hell? They have churros and they keep it buried in brown sugar? Oh my God.
It seems that a lot of Korean buffets have this chocolate fountain now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magical fountain of obesity. Oh, that's, whoa. Steamed oysters, that's so cool.
They also had some other things like Chinese food.
Sweet and sour pork, chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing.
Okay, let's start getting some food now.
Lamb T-bone, pork ribs. Oh, these are good looking pork ribs too. Remember back in San Diego we went to Phil's barbecue? Oh, that was so dope. 저 혹시 지금도 이거 부탁드릴 수 있나요? 네.
조금만 드리고.
네, 감사합니다. Abalone, some onion rings, onion 하세요, and pizza, because I love pizza. Yeah, boy. They have this noodle station.
Here you can pick your own ingredients for the noodle and they cook it for you on the spot.
Some mushrooms. 너도 그 노래 알아? 빠쩔.
알죠. 그거 들으면 다 죽는다 그래가지고.
그러니까 감사합니다.
얼마나 공포에 썩었었는데.
그거 10번 들으면 죽는다고. 그래서 나 우리 형 자고 있을 때 그거 10번 틀어줬는데 그냥 깨어나더라고. 배쩔 그거 알지? I like some good Vietnamese noodles. 너는 어땠어 전체적으로?
맛있었어요.
아 그래? 네가 만족했으면 일단 다행이다. That looks clear as hell.
Let's try this Vietnamese rice noodle.
This doesn't look authentic to me. Definitely not authentic, but I very much enjoy it. Wow. Xin chào. You guys want some too?
감사합니다.
Wow, that one looks good. First time at a buffet where the meat is actually tender. Usually a lot of buffet restaurants, they serve like well done meat, like almost deep fried meat. I don't know why. Probably for food safety. But this is like a good medium well done.
My friend had it earlier and he said it was okay, but I like to have my own opinions on things.
Wow. This one's definitely better than the one you got. 이거 먹어봐 한번. 솔직히 말해봐. 이게 훨씬 맛있지?
뭐야 이거? 너무한 거 아니에요? 와 진짜 맛있는데?
와우. 마지막 하나 먹을래?
죄송스러운데?
Usually he's like, oh no, I'm good, bro. No, you can have it. But his taking is that good. That was pretty impressive. Fantastic steak. It's kind of crazy that I'm saying this, but unless it's like Hanwoo beef, that's about as good of a steak that I've had in Korea. Onion, haseyo, tempura. With an absolute 100% honesty, this pizza is not going to make it into like an Italian restaurant. It's like 2 notches below that. For a buffet, this is acceptably good. Some good American barbecue, bro. Oh man. I'm sure you guys can tell, just a little dry.
But the huge plus is that it has a lot of meat on it, and it was generally a very well cooked pork rib.
In Korea, it's hard to get really good barbecue pork ribs. I don't know why. I would say this is pretty good though. This is tender. The sauce is basic, but I like it. I feel like they can add their own touch though. Like maybe add a little gochujang to the sauce, make it a little spicy. That'd be really awesome. Don't ever forget, we are Koreans. We served our country. We spent years of our lives serving in the military, going through all the bullshit. That being said, let's have some Korean food. Have some of that japchae. I like this yukwae, beef tartare. So I realized that in Korean buffet, they often have this yukwae, but they're always like very different in quality. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're like terrible. This one looks pretty good though. I love Japan, and I love their food too. Let's have some of that nigiri sushi. Once upon a time, I had a girlfriend. Her English wasn't very good, and when she would say nigiri sushi, she accidentally dropped like N-bombs a lot. I was like, please don't do that, please don't do that. She's like, I'm sorry. Once upon a time. I got some sashimi here. I guess I could have some of that. You can't really go wrong with salmon sashimi. What do you think about my plating? Oh, I found something really cool here. They have steamed oysters. I'm just gonna have one. Oh, look at this Korean chojang. I'm just gonna have a drop of it on top of my oyster. There you go. I'm getting a little greedy here, but I want some chicken wings. The chicken wing looks pretty good, right? Supposedly this is Hanwoo meatballs. Hanwoo meatballs, my friend. Yeah, I'll get a pair. One looks kind of lonely. Very curious to see what their sushi tastes like. Let's be realistic here though. Seafood in Korea is very expensive. So when you go to a buffet, unless you go to a very expensive buffet, you don't really expect good sushi. I would say their sushi is okay though. Like, it's not amazing, but it's like the rice to sushi ratio, it's acceptable. It's like barely legal. There's not like too much rice. And their fish tasted pretty fresh. Salmon sashimi. Oh, their salmon sashimi was really good. They got these American style sushi rolls here. I used to laugh at it, but now it's like so mainstream and popular. I can't laugh at it anymore. Even Japanese people make it. Let me have this oyster before it starts tasting funny. Wow, the taste is really good. The issue that I have with this place is that the food does get a little drier over time. Like, it's not a huge buffet, so they don't refill the food a lot on a weekday. On weekends or during popular seasons, I don't think you're gonna experience that, but on a less busy day, you might experience the food being a little cold or a little dry. Their beef tartare. Their yuca is really good too. I'm gonna use my fork to eat the pasta. The Hanwoo meatballs. Hanwoo is very expensive. I'm surprised that they made a meatball out of hanwoo. I'm not sure whether it's because it's hanwoo, but this is a fantastic meatball. Sometimes people make their meatballs a little too sweet. This is not like that. This is perfectly balanced.
The buffet was about to close, so I decided to get the desserts before they do.
I think it's a very toxic stereotype to believe that only girls like desserts, because I love desserts too. And obviously I'm not a girl. Oh, not that girls must look a certain way. I'm just saying. It's hard being on the internet these days. This looks like an Elden Ring weapon, like a dexterity weapon. Once you go black, you never go back. What does that mean, by the way? Is it like a metaphor for painters? I love how they keep it in a desert of brown sugar. Wow. Just a tip. Oh, that looks funny now. I'm gonna have that churros. Just a tip. Unfortunately, it's not warm, but it's still crispy. I think the best way to describe their quality is they don't taste like some master carefully crafted them, but they also don't taste like they're from a supermarket. It's like they're from a nice supermarket. You know, like Whole Foods bakery stuff. It tastes kind of like that. It's very nice. All right, so that was the $60 buffet. So which one did I like more? When it comes to the pure value and the money, I think it's gonna be impossible to beat a $5 buffet that is actually decent. But the more expensive one had its own charm. It obviously had nicer desserts and more variety of food. And me being a humble citizen who doesn't make that much money, I would probably always go for the cheaper one if I had to choose. But hey, if you want to spend $60 to get a bunch of different kinds of food with acceptably good quality, then help yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you guys liked the video, please go ahead and watch my other videos too, okay? I'm gonna go now. Thank you.
Wait, can you guys do me a favor and go watch my other videos too? Thanks.